Well, a jury found Daniel Penny not guilty for the chokehold death of Jordan Neely.
The other story everybody's talking about in New York City. Well, the divisive trial lasted more than 6 weeks, but the legal trouble for Daniel Penny not over just yet. Briella Tomassetti in Soho this morning. What's going on?
Rosanna and Kirk, good morning to both of you. Yeah, after 5 days of deliberations, the jury returning a not guilty verdict on that second count of criminally negligent homicide. Remember, though, it comes after the court dismissed the first count of second-degree manslaughter after the jury was deadlocked and could not reach a decision. The defense team argued throughout the trial that Daniel Penny was justified in his restraint of Jordan Neely, which happened near the subway station where we're standing right now. Prosecutors, though, ultimately failed to convince jurors that Penny was reckless or negligent in that chokehold. Yesterday, Daniel Penny walked out of a Lower Manhattan courthouse a free man after he was acquitted in the subway chokehold case that left a city divided and sparked 18 months of public outcry. A 12-member jury who started deliberating last Tuesday found Penny not guilty of criminally negligent homicide. The judge dismissed the more serious manslaughter charge on Friday after jurors told the court they could not reach a verdict.
Daniel, can you tell me how you're feeling about this right now?
It feels great, it really does.
We caught up with Penny and his attorneys who were celebrating at Stone Street Tavern after that not guilty verdict came down. Although the 26-year-old Marine veteran declined to speak, his lawyer, Thomas Kenneth, had this to say.
It's 18 months of weight on everybody's shoulders. Most importantly, Danny's, walking around with the weight of this indictment on him.
Penny was accused of killing 30-year-old Jordan Neely in a Manhattan subway car last May. He was captured on video putting Neely, a homeless street performer with mental health issues, in a chokehold after witnesses say he suffered a mental breakdown and threatened to harm others on board the train. Neely lost consciousness during the struggle and later died. The New York City Medical Examiner's Office ruled his death a homicide caused by compression of the neck. But a pathologist hired by Penny's defense team testified that Neely died from a combination of factors, including schizophrenia, synthetic marijuana, and sickle cell trait.
Jordan Neely was choked to death by someone who didn't care people was telling him to stop.
As Jordan Neely's family spoke outside the courthouse, protests turned violent, with one person being arrested. Demonstrators also took to Washington Square Park, demanding that Penny be held accountable. Neely's father, Andre Zachary, filed a civil lawsuit against Penny last week, accusing the Marine veteran of negligence, assault, and battery.
I miss my son. My son didn't have to go through this. I didn't have to go through this either. It hurts.
Dante Mills says he has optimism that the Neely family will get justice through that civil lawsuit, but of course only time will tell. And Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg, in the meantime, whose office brought the case, said that prosecutors followed the facts and evidence from beginning to end and respect the verdict. For now, we're live here, though, in Soho. Rosanna and Kurt, back to you.
All right, Briella, thank you for that update.